high ground. Here's how the debate's going to go tonight. We're going to begin with questions that were given to me by some of the neighborhood groups putting on this debate. Each candidate will get 45 seconds to answer those questions, and each candidate will get a chance to answer every question. The next part of the debate will be questions from the audience, from you there right now. So please, you should have gotten cards, pass your questions to some people going through the aisle. We'll try to get to as many of those questions as possible, and again, each candidate will get 45 seconds to answer those questions. And after that, each candidate will close out the debate with a 2-minute closing comment. We just did a little drawing beforehand, so there were no favorites, and we picked the order of the closing comments at the end of our debates. I want to remind everybody, let's try to keep this as professional as possible. I know some of you are here with your campaign stickers and have already decided on a candidate, but there are many people here who want to listen to the issues and want to see which candidate fits them the best. So we ask everybody to keep your applause down, and this isn't a sporting event. It's a forum for us to get to know the candidates and hear their take on the issues. So we would appreciate it if you would keep the applause down, and let's listen to what all of them have to say and show all of the candidates the proper respect. So with that, let's introduce our candidates. We're sitting in alphabetical order. We'll begin on this side. Here to me is Jay Batt. Next to Mr. Batt is Virginia Blanque. Next to Ms. Blanque is Susan Guidry. And next to Ms. Guidry is Fred Robertson. And we'll begin with the first question again from the neighborhood groups that are putting on tonight's forum. And each candidate, once again, will get 45 seconds to answer this question. The question is, our city has suffered in recent years because of ongoing quarreling and a culture of distrust between the mayor's office and the city council. What immediate steps will you take to work with the mayor on critical issues facing the city? And please be specific. We'll begin 45 seconds with Mr. Batt.
Hi. First of all, thanks to the President's Council for sponsoring this evening. To the question at hand, having served on the City Council, the executive branch, as we know by our charter, is stronger than the Council, and you've seen, unfortunately, a breakdown in the communication between the Council and the Mayor's office. It has been going on for quite some time. This isn't something new. The tenor needs to change. It needs to change for the people of the city. It needs to change for the people that work in our city. The whole culture of our city government needs to change. What immediate steps need to be taken? Communication. There's been no communication, and this is not to blame the mayor or this current council or previous ones either. I'm just getting the green flag. We can get a use of that. Thank you, Mr. Grevenberg. What needs to take place is communication, and have regularly scheduled meetings with the council members and the mayor. Without that, nothing can happen.
That is, I think, is that buzz? Okay. All right. When you hear the buzz, that means they should be wrapping up, and Mr. Batt did it there beautifully. All right. Ms. Blanque.
Thank you. Thank you for having this event for us this evening. This gives us an opportunity actually to speak with you all in great detail on this. First of all, I think having worked at City Hall, foremost, communication is the key. It's the key across the board, be it the person in the executive office that's the leader, or be it the support staff. Having worked in City Council with Council Member Belko, I understand the importance of that, and I would engage regularly in dialogue, email, as well as telephone contact, and be as courteous, respectful, and solution-oriented as possible.
Thank you, Ms. Blanque. Ms. Guidry.
Thank you all for being here tonight. Thank you for having us here this evening. I know that the people who are here in this room are the people who help bring this city to the point that it is, our neighborhood organizations and our neighborhood people. We've seen with our mayor and the city council some awful quarrels in public. Civility and professionalism have to come from the leadership and go down. I would like to meet with our mayor. I think as far as meeting mayor and city council, we have to watch out for the public meetings law requirements there. But where there are issues, we should be meeting one-on-one to resolve those issues. Particularly, we need to learn to disagree without being unprofessional. It is understood that different people and different constituent groups will have different opinions. We have to approach those different opinions and look for solutions. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Guidry. And finally, Mr. Robertson.
Would it be inappropriate for you to repeat the question?
Not at all. Our city has suffered in recent years because of ongoing quarreling and a culture of distrust between the mayor's office and the city council. What immediate steps will you take to work with the mayor on critical issues facing our city?
Well, I think everybody recognizes the problem. It's a communication problem that Jay mentioned first off. Specific step that I would take is to try to have lunch with the mayor and my colleagues on the council, and try to do that at least once a month. To develop a collegiality, to know what their concerns are so that we could be friends foremost and make that a basis of our work on the council. I think the council has to be united in dealing with the mayor. It may be true that the mayor is stronger than the council, but if the council is united, it can override the mayor. So the council can, in fact, undo a lot of the problems. Now, you don't really want to get in loggerheads. I would extend, though, having lunch with the mayor, having lunch with the council, and having lunch with the department heads. Find out what do they need to get their job done. And we saw this with Leon Canizero. He came to the council and asked for support, and he got it. So I think that the communication has to be results-oriented, and it's very important that we get along, obviously. Thank you.
Thank you very much. On to our next question, and we'll begin this with Ms. Blanque. What 3 things would you work towards immediately upon taking office that, if accomplished successfully, would create the most tangible improvement in the quality of life for each citizen of District A? Once again, 45 seconds, Ms. Blanque.
Okay, the 3 things that I would do is, first, protect the integrity of our neighborhoods by establishing and keeping open communication with the currently embedded neighborhood associations and the democratically led new ones that were to arise and come into the district or be formed within the district. The second one is I would be tough on crime. I would look to seek to fund the criminal justice system as it is today and be proactive towards anything from juveniles. Third, budget reform. Infrastructure is sadly lacking here in our district, and budget reform is about the only way that we're going to find funds to help improve those for our quality of life.
Thank you, Ms. Blanque. Ms. Guidry.
First thing we need to do is to attack violent crime. Our NOPD needs to give us a strategic plan for crime solving on the violent and repeat offender level. The mayor needs to be encouraged to sign the public-private partnership. Take economic development out of City Hall and put it with a group of business, civic, and government leaders. Third, we need to adjourn a meeting of our neighborhood organization leaders. I believe that Councilmember Madura began this, and if we can continue this, what we have found in these meetings is that when we talk together, we recognize which neighborhoods need the most work in one area or the other, and we agree to it when we're together. So we need to keep these council neighborhood leader meetings going. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Mr. Robertson, what 3 things would you work towards immediately upon taking office that, if accomplished successfully, would create the most tangible improvement in the quality of life for each citizen of District A?
Well, I think everybody agrees that crime is a problem. One of the issues that the mayor is going to face is hiring a new police chief. So I don't know that he would want anybody to horn in on that decision, but that's something that should be done quickly. The chief obviously has got to work with the DA. I've heard Leon Canizero speak, and I think he understood the problem. He understood that the district attorney can coordinate the police, the court system, and all the solutions to the problem that up to now have not been coordinated. So that's the first thing I would try to do, is